Hey guys, Morton 464 with a tour review for you. This time we're looking at the Playmates figures from the Alien vs Predator, the very first one, the Alien vs Predator Mcfarlane set. The Playmates. And why I do this review, because Officer Brandon Lenz did ask me to do this review. So Brandon, you ask and you shall receive. And also want to mention Brandon, Officer Brandon Lenz. There's also he has two accounts. He's also called Brandon Lenz. I can tell he is a great reviewer. He is a great reviewer, can I tell you? And he can dance really good. And if I can tell, if you want to search him up, just go at my channel and just search Officer Brandon Lenz. He's a great reviewer, and also he's one of my best friends, if I can tell you. So Brandon, you ask and you shall receive. And let's begin with the review, because I'm talking really much. And let's begin the review. Also, this is the Playmates, of course, of Alien vs Predator. As I can tell, the detailing is really good. The detailing is really good. You see the egg where the face hugger comes out. There is a dead face hugger, and there is the victim of a victim with alien core saliva. The skulls and the scars on the wall. It's just Mcfarlane did an incredible job of detailing. For I can tell, they did a really great job. That's a plus to me. The detailing is really good. And let's take a turn around. But here's nothing, because you must see it forward. And detailing wise, really good. And of course, you got Scar here. There are several more figures in the wave, like the Celtic Predator and the Alien, the Copper Predator and the Alien Queen, and this set right here. I've bought this set at a comic store for only $7. $7. Really cheap. I bought it for only $7, and you see the detailing of the base right here, but also you get a really great look at Scar, and you can pop it off at the base. Sorry, really easy. There are the peg holes, and you got a really nice detailed. For I can tell, this figure is really detailed, and the detailing of him is really good. Really. You get a really great detailing of this armor, the bio helmet, especially the armor, and the skin is really good. There are the wrist plates. He's got 3 wrist plates. In my personal opinion, 3 wrist plates a bit too much for me. I like the Predators and the original Predator 1 wrist plates. Camera. I like the long wrist plates right here, but this fellow right here, you see here, it's a bit too much. This thing is alright, but to give this thing to plus it, it's a bit too much for me. For me, you can must this go away for at least this one too, and just have this right around, this one right here. It looks not really bad, but it looks not worse. It looks pretty decent, but I like the original a little bit more. And but the mask is really cool. And if you have the Aliens vs Predator PS3 game, which I have, If you know, he's got the same mask like the normal Predators of the game, but the game has copied the mask of Scar. But for some reason, if you look at Scar, you already know him if you see him, because he's got a mark on his. Because if you see the movie Alien vs Predator, he have marked a symbol on his bio helmet, and that's really cool. If you see right here. But mask's pretty decent, pretty basic, but really decent, And also the Predators have of the game have the same armor, not really body mold, but they have the same armor. He has a basic armor, a basic helm, but for some reason he's very unique, and a great figure. And he's got articulation, not really much because it's Mcfarlane. He's got a rotation in the head, can rotate the bicep right here, also right here. But the neatest point is, he's got a ball joint in his mid-torso. You can bend side to side, back and forth, and that's really cool. And that's pretty much it. But let's take a turn around. You see the armor, not really going on. Also, got the dagger, and pretty decent figure, can I tell you? Really nice. And about not really about the movie. This is a pretty decent set, if you ask me. A pretty decent set. If you find a thing for only 10, 12, $8, I can say, and if you're a fan of Alien vs Predator, pick it up. You need to pick up. It's a great set. It's your choice. Some people did not like Alien vs Predator, and I give this set around a 7.5. About the movie, about the movie Alien vs Predator. Alien vs Predator. Some people did like the Alien vs Predator. Some people not. I like it. Especially I like it a bit, but not really much like especially Predators. In my personal opinion, also the opinion of Teen Cerberus. Teen Cerberus, also a great reviewer. He did not really like Predators, but he thought it was a lot better than the Alien vs Predator series, and I can agree with him. If you know me, I loved Predators. And also I'm going to say I like Predators a little bit more than the Alien vs Predator series. But Alien vs Predator, pretty decent movie, but not one of the best. It was a pretty decent movie, if you ask me. It was not really the worst. He was, I think, a bit better in my personal opinion than the Alien Resurrection or something. But it was a really, not really. It was just normally a decent movie. My problems of it, because if you saw the movie, Scar Predator is the main Predator of the movie, and my problem is that the other two, like Celtic and Copper, there are really neat Predators, if you ask me. Are really neat Predators, and they were killed so fast, and that's maybe a bit disappointing. Copper and Celtic were just killed by one xenomorph or alien. The only Predator was only got is this fella right here, and that's the reason he became the main Predator. But I liked a bit Scar, but Scar is not one of my favorite Predators. My favorite Predator of all, if you know me, is the Berserker Predator. He's the coolest looking of all. I really like him. Also, the classic Predator, I thought it was a bit better than the Scar, but Scar is it's an interesting character, and it's got a really interesting background from him. But there was a tour review for Martin 64, and I see you guys next